Very good morning, dear students. Dear students, in the last classes I explained in the chapter constructions. So you learnt many things in that chapter. Can you remember which are the points you have learnt? How to construct a line segments, construction of angles by using protractor, construction of circle by using the given radius and also diameter, the construction of angles without using protractor, that is construction of angles by using ruler and compasses, and also how to bisect the angles also you have learnt, dear students, in this chapter. It is another chapter in geometry in 6th standard. It is basic geometrical ideas. Basic geometrical ideas which comes under two-dimensional figures. Two-dimensional figures. 2D indicates that it is two-dimensional figures. So here also you are going to learn many points like what is meant by point, ray, or line segment, different types of lines. Okay, shall we start discussing this chapter? Dear students, the first point is what is meant by a point? What is meant by point? So point is very simple. What it is? In science you have learned every object, everything is made up of small particles called as atoms and molecules. Here also the point indicates that the exact location on the space, it is indicated by point. It is represented by using dot. For this dot we are giving name like point A, point B, point X, point Y. If you are keeping a small dot and giving some capital letter as name, then it is called as point. Dear children, there is no dimension for point. There is no length, breadth, width or the thickness. Nothing it is having. That is, no dimensions does the point is having. So, for example, to give how to give example for point in your daily life. You may give it as the pointer or the tip of your pen or tip of the pencil, tip of the needle, tip of the compasses. These are all the examples we can give it for point. Dear students, now I should proceed to line. The building block of all geometrical constructions, the building block of all geometrical figures, it is point only. Building block of all type of matter, it is atoms. Similarly, building block of all geometrical ideas, geometrical figures are point. Now come to the next very most important learning point. It is line. The collection of points. It is called as line. Dear students, line, it may be straight line, or it may be curved line. So if it is not straight, we can say that it is curved line. So here line we are indicating with two end points on the either side of the line, which means that for any line we can extend in both the direction endlessly. How much desired length you can extend by drawing the line on the either side. It means that there is no end points. There are no end points in a line. So I hope you are all understanding the meaning of line. So AB, we can give it name it as AB is a straight line. So LM is a curved line. It is not straight line. So you give it another example. PQ, it is also curved line. Next, very most important is ray. Yes, students, have you heard the word light rays coming from sun? Light rays coming from the electric bulb. What it means, rays? Rays means which are having one end point which continuously moving. Another end point does not located. Then that line is called as ray. So suppose if it is sun, these are the light rays which are emerges from sun. Yes or no? Ray of light. So suppose if it is bulb, if it is a bulb, if light produces light, if the bulb produces light, then these are indicates that light rays. Observe here, dear children, rays are having one end point and the other end point does not exist, does not containing. Then it is indicated by ray. We can represent by drawing a line along with one arrow mark and the other side it is having one end point. Then it is called a ray. Okay. So I hope you are all understanding the meaning of ray. So next I should proceed to line segment. So it is line segment. To introduce line segment, I use the line. What is mean by line? Line is the collection of points. Line is the collection of points. Generally here we are taking straight line. It is the collection of points which are not having any end points. If we consider the line is the collection of points. Dear students, a part of line from it is the line xy is the line, then the 2 points on this line. xy is a line, on this line PQ is the part of line, then it is called as PQ is a line segment. Dear students, line does not having any end points, whereas line segments are having 2 end points, which means that we can measure the distance between any 2 points in the line segments, so that we can have the measurement of the line segment. So line do not having any measurement, that means we cannot measure the length of the line. So here we can measure the length of line segment. Dear students, now I should proceed to the meaning of plane. If you consider any solid surface, any solid diagram, it means that solid diagram is nothing but the object, it is in 3D shapes. Okay, so observe dear children, it is a box, cubical block. Yes or no? It contains, it is having 6 smooth surfaces. One surface in the front, back, second one, top, bottom, 4, side one and the right side another one. There are 6 smooth surfaces. Then what is meant by plane? A smooth flat surface. A smooth flat surface is called as plane. Best example for plane is the green board or blackboard, your notebook, a page in the notebook, or the surface of your textbook. Observe here dear children, the surface of the 7th standard textbook or any book. These are the examples for plane. Plane is having 2 dimensions, length and breadth. Plane is having 2 dimensions. One is length and the another one is breadth. These are the two dimensions does a plane have. Okay, dear students, I hope we are all understanding the meaning of plane. On plane, you can draw two-dimensional diagrams like line, so line, segment, rays, square, rectangle, triangle, circle. These are all two-dimensional diagrams. Okay, now I should proceed to the types of rays and also types of lines. Okay, dear children, suppose now I consider the line. Now I am considering the line. On this line, xy is a line. I have taken 3 points. I am taking 3 points A, B, C. Where does these 3 points are lie? These 3 points A, B and C are lie on the same line. Then these points are called as collinear points. When the more than 2 points lie or which we stick or which on the same line, then those points are called as collinear points. Collinear points. When 2 or more points which are on the same line, then those points are called as collinear points. Collinear is nothing but which are on the same line. Collinear. Linear is nothing but straight. Co means which are present on that same line. And if the points present on the plane, those points are called as coplanar points. So you can take an example of surface A, B, C, D. It's a ABCD is a plane. On the ABCD, you take any 3 points. So you may take it as M, N, P. M, N and P are the points which lie on the same plane. Those points are called as coplanar points. Coplanar points. Collinear is nothing but points on the same straight line. Coplanar are nothing but points which present on the same plane. So don't get confused. Collinear and coplanar points. Dear children, now I should proceed to the next type of lines. When two lines cut each other, one line passes from the another line, then those points or those lines are called as intersecting lines. Okay, observe here. XY is a line and another line PQ which cut PQ is the another line which cut the line XY at O. Then these two lines are called as intersecting lines. What we have called intersecting lines. When two lines cut each other, passes each other, then those lines are called as intersecting lines. Dear students, I hope you can draw the intersecting lines in any angle. So these are also intersecting lines. These are also intersecting lines. So in any manner, in any directions, you can write. Those are all the examples of intersecting lines. So here the point where two lines meet The point where the two lines cut, it is called as intersecting point. Intersecting point. Here, this point is called as intersecting point. This point is called as intersecting point. The two lines are called as intersecting lines. So, I hope you are all understanding the meaning of intersecting lines. Now I should proceed to parallel lines and perpendicular lines. Parallel lines. And also very most important, perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines. Dear students, what is meant by parallel lines? If you consider any two lines, which two lines are passes at the same distance, which never intersect at any moment, then such type of lines are called as parallel lines. The distance between any two lines is same for all the lengths, then such lines are called as parallel lines. Dear students, by using ruler you can draw parallel lines. So here is one line and this is the second line. If you consider these lines, AB is a line and PQ is another line. The distance between these two lines is constant, is same for all the points. If you are measuring here, the distance remains the same. If you are measuring here also, the distance remains the same. Then such type of lines are called as parallel lines. Parallel lines never intersect each other, which never meet. Best example for parallel lines. Dear students, have you observed the railway tracks? Railway tracks which moves in straight line. At the crossings only they may interchange or intersect, but usually railway tracks are kept in the straight line in the form of parallel lines. The bars of the windows, yes or no? Iron bars of the windows, if you are observing, if it is moving in straight line, those are also giving example for parallel lines. Now come to perpendicular lines. So when two lines meet at a point, the angle between two lines is 90 degree, then those lines are called as perpendicular lines. Dear students, observe here. If I draw a straight line, if two lines intersect at an angle 90 degree, so AB is a line, CD is another line. Two lines AB and CD, two lines intersect at 90 degree, then such lines called as perpendicular lines. Perpendicular is nothing but 90 degree. Okay, here also L-shaped diagram or L-shaped two lines. It is also perpendicular lines. So here it moves in this direction, it moves in this direction. Okay, so perpendicular means it is having 90 degree in between the two lines, then those lines are called as perpendicular lines. Dear children, I hope you are all understanding the meaning of parallel lines and perpendicular lines. Now, one more important, it is open figures and closed figures. Closed figures. Open figures and closed figures. You may have heard these words, open figure and closed figures. Yes students, open figures are nothing but the figures which starts at one point and ends at another point. Such type of figures, such type of diagrams are called as open figures, which does not having same starting point and ending point. Such figures are called as open figures. So I will give example like this. Any shape. So here is the starting point, here is the ending point. Here is the starting point, this is the ending point. So suppose if you are writing a straight line by using straight lines, can we say that these are all closed figures? If the figures does not contain the same starting and ending points, then such figures are called as open figures. Now come to closed figures. The figures are the two-dimensional diagrams which starts at the one point and the ends at the same point. Such figures are called as closed figures. Take an example of circle. Dear students, observe here. Suppose if you are starting here, it moves and which ends in the same point, then it is called as a closed figure. Take an example of square. So square, in square, all the sides are equal. So it starts here and also ends at the same point. Take an example of rectangle. So observe here. This is an example of rectangle which starts this point and ends in the same point. Triangle. Triangle also is an example of closed figure. So dear children, for closed figure we can measure the boundary, that means perimeter, and also area. We can measure the perimeter, that is length of the boundary, as well as area. Area is nothing but the surface inside the closed figure. It is called as area. We can measure the area and perimeter of the closed figures. So this is about open and closed figures. Now I should proceed to polygons. You may have heard this word polygon. What is meant by polygon? Polygon is a simple closed figure. Polygon is a simple closed figure which is made up of two or more line segments. Polygon is a simple closed figure. It is bounded or made up of two or more line segments. If a polygon is made up of three line segments, then it is called as triangle. 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 So dear children, in triangle, how many line segments it is having? There are three line segments. Observe here, if we are giving names A, B, C. A, B, C. AB is one side, BC is another side, and CA is the third side. These are the three sides. Polygon is a simple closed figure, is bounded by two or more line segments. Triangle, it is bounded by three line segments. How many line segments? Three line segments. So dear children, here A, B, C. A, B and C. These are the corners. These are the corners. Those are called as vertices. Vertices. ABC are called as vertices, and AB is a side, BC is another side, and CA is, there are three sides. Okay. I hope you are all understanding. Triangle. How many lines required to draw a triangle? Minimum 3 lines. It is very necessary to draw a triangle. Dear children, now come to the second one. It is square. Square. In square, all the sides are equal. Square is a polygon bounded by 4 line segments, 4 equal line segments. So we can draw like this. Square. So A, B, C, D. Here vertices are A, B, C and D are the vertices. AB is one side, BC second side, CD is third, and DA is the fourth side. This is the first side, second side, third side, fourth side. All sides are equal. Here in square, all the sides are equal. Now come to the next one, rectangle. Rectangle is a polygon which is bounded by 4 line segments. In rectangle, opposite sides are equal. In rectangle, opposite sides are equal. We can write the diagram like this. So P, Q, R, S. PQRS is a rectangle. P, Q, R and S are the vertices. These are the corners. So corners are called as vertices, and also it is having 4 sides. So PQ is equal to RS. PQ is equal to RS, and PS is equal to QR. So here it is the shape of rectangle. Dear students, now I should proceed to very most important, it is circle. Circle is a simple closed figure. Circle is a simple closed figure. It is a simple closed figure. It is bounded by a curved line. Circle is bounded by a curved line. Dear students, in the last chapter also you learned that how to draw the circle. Here I am going to explain the parts of the circle. When you are drawing the circle, you are using the tool in your geometry box. It is called as compasses. So compasses is the device used to draw circles and also arcs. So take the compasses and draw the circle, keeping the pointer of the compasses at the same place. Don't change the position of the pointer. If you are changing the position of the pointer, will not get the circular shape. So this is a circle. The point, midpoint, it is called as O, is called as center of the circle. Center of the circle. Dear children, now I am going to join the point center of the circle and any point on circle. So now I am giving as letter B. OB is the distance from center of the circle to the point on the circle. Then it is called as the radius. Radius of the circle. For radius of the circle, it is constant for all the points on the circle. It is remains the same. If if you are drawing here also, OQ is also R. It is remains the same. Suppose if I continue the line OB in the opposite direction, so that I am named as A, then the distance between A and B, it is called as diameter. It is called as diameter, indicated by D. Dear children, observe here. Diameter, if you are adding 2 radius, you are getting 1 diameter. So you can write it like this: radius plus radius. This is 1 radius, it is another radius. Radius plus another radius, you are getting diameter. R plus R becomes 2R is equal to 1 diameter. Diameter is the line which passes through the center of the circle. Then it is called as diameter. Diameter is twice of the radius. Okay, these are all the points you have learned in this chapter, basic geometrical ideas. Dear students, in the next period I am going to take new chapter and explain. If you are having any queries in the regular classes, you may ask. We shall clear your doubts. So thank you everyone. Have a nice day. Bye bye.